everybody, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So I'm going to do today my weekly decoration. So I'm just going to go into my planner and just pull out the week I'm up to. So I'm just going to pull it out. It's just much easier to work with not in the planner. So just move that off to the side. And then I've got my week. Now as you'll see, there's a fair amount there in pencil already, so I'm going to rub that out because I'm going to make it really clear when I'm doing my decorations what that is. So I'm just going to do that now. So there's everything rubbed out, so now I've got a clean slate to start with. I have just left this little post-it note just on here just so I know, and this one's written in pen so I can't change that. So I'm actually on annual leave this week, so I'm going to do this in a really bright kind of different way because I don't usually do it quite so bright and exciting. I usually am a bit more subdued. So I'm going to use a couple of pieces of paper that came out of a paper stack that I got from Target. They were about $2 each, I think, and it was just, I just really like the pinks in this more than anything else, so I'm going to be using this kind of pink theme. I'm going to start with this sheet here. So all I'm going to do, I'm just going to grab my paper cutter. I'm just going to cut off a bit of this lace stuff. So I'm just going to cut it off so it just sits like this. And basically I'm going to use this along the bottom. Not quite like that though. So I'm going to grab some scissors. Look at that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut really, not all that precisely, but just sort of roughly around this lace decal. Just it there like that. So I'm just going to hold that there for a second. So just grab my glue tape, and just so I don't get any icky bits on the table, I'm just going to grab a piece of newspaper. I'm just going to grab that. Just going to run this down the sides. You can use a sticker maker and you can use glue dots, but I think that the glue tape is just a heap easier. So just grab that off, line it up with the bottom, and just press it down. So there's a little bit of overhang there, no problem, you just flip it over and you just cut off the edges. So then I'm going to start on the other side. So I'm going to grab this other piece. And I really like the way it kind of sits like that. So I'm going to kind of cut it out just loosely around, and I'm going to see where it sits. Now it's going to kind of make it fit there, which it almost does. So I'm going to put it in the corner like that. I'm just going to grab my glue tape back again. I'm just going to do just along, not quite the top because I know I'm not going to use that, but I'm definitely going to work down the edge of this bit, and as much as I can on these little end bits. I've just run out of glue tape. So I've just run out of glue tape, which is just ironic. So what I'm going to do just for the last little bit, I'm just grabbing my planner back up, and I always keep some kikki.k adhesive dots in here. So I'm just going to use those for the rest of this project. So these are really easy to use. You just sort of fold that up and you just kind of rub the dot on where you want it. And look, I've just gone and ruined it. Oh, I can stick that on in a sec. So you just put the dots basically where you want them and kind of rub it. So I'm just going to place this and go upside down, basically where I want it. So I've got a little bit of newspaper there. I'm just going to scratch it off because it was just a bit of stuff that was stuck to the newspaper. So I'm just going to grab my razor because that gets that off much easier. There you go. And grab that bit that I tore off accidentally. Stick it back there. So I have got a little bit at the top here that's been kept. Now if I wanted to be super pedantic about it, I'd actually, it's not that I want to be super pedantic, I just think it's going to be easier. So I'm just going to line this up with my cutter. Don't want to take too much of the top of the page off if I can avoid it. I'm just going to line that up there. There we go. There we go. What I'm actually going to do, I'm going to pull that. No, I'm not. I'm going to leave it. But I'm going to leave it with that tear and kind of, not make a statement out of it, but just think that looks kind of cool. Then next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab some of this glitter washi tape. I used this in the video that I did last week. I just used a different colour. So I'm just going to use the pink this week. And I'm just going to run this just along the bottom and the top. This is my kikki.k Love Mail Stickers, Labels and Gift Tags book. So these are really hot pink kind of colours. I'm just trying to decide if that's really the colour I want to go with. I don't actually think it is. I think I'm changing my mind. When I was organising this beforehand, I thought this would suit. But the more I look at it, the more I realise it's probably not. So what I was trying to do was trying to think of some stickers that I could use in here. I was going to use some of these stickers out of the Paper Lovers book. I was going to use these ones, just the letters, and I've just realised I don't like the way those colours work with what I've got here. So what I'm going to do, just to signify that I'm on annual leave all of this week, I'm just going to grab a couple of my stapler pens, and I'm going to grab the purple and the pink because obviously this is the kind of theme I'm going with this week. And I'm just going to write them in myself. So I'm just going to do that. There we go. I've just done that really roughly. And as I always say in my videos, I don't mind the rough. I like it being slightly different. So then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab one of these cards that I've got from Spotlight. I think it was in a Project Life box. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to measure that out. I'm going to put it up the top here, so when it sits open it'll sit on that side. So I'm just going to grab my hole punch and a pencil. So I'm just going to put that roughly where I want it, and I'm just going to grab just a piece of the glitter tape that I had left over. This isn't going to stay there, but I'm just going to use it just to hold that still. Actually, that may stay there. That looks awesome. We'll get to that in a sec. So I'm just going to trace out the holes. then I'm just going to just punch them out. Just line that back up there. I'm going to keep that glitter there. I don't know why I like it, but I do. So I'm going to leave it there. And then all I'm going to do after that, I'm just going to lift this up for a second. I'm just going to take this post-it out and I'm just going to write in what was on the post-it. Go. And I'm just going to put, just so I can see behind this one because it's really, really important. I'm just going to put grab actually. This is another piece that came out of that pack. So you can see the colours all kind of work together. So I'm just going to grab somewhere in here and just grab something sort of pinkish and just cut it out. No, that makes no sense. Something that kind of fits in with the colours. So it's got a bit of green in it, but it'll do the job. Round that off because I just don't like that big square bit. So this is just as a bit of a reminder because the next thing I'm going to write in there is really important. So I'm just going to grab my sticker maker. I'm just going to run this through my sticker maker. Give it a bit of a rub. I'm just going to stick this just on the side here. And it really is, it's just to grab my attention to remind me. So I'm just going to put this in here. So just a very important task that I've got to remember to do on Monday afternoon. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to write a couple other little bits of notes in here. I'm just going to change pen colours. I'm just going to grab a deeper purple. There we go. The last little bit. So there we go. So that's my pinkish purple kind of week that I've done. If you guys have any questions or comments or have anything that you'd like me to go into more detail about, this is a pretty simple week, so I don't see there would be too much. Please let me know in the comments below. I do really enjoy hearing from you and hearing what you guys like and what you don't like, so definitely leave me a comment if you'd like to. Otherwise, I will see you guys again really, really soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.